the last fly of Flight 1866. Flight 1866 was a multi-stop scheduled domestic passenger flight. On September the 4th, 1971, it departed from Anchorage, Alaska, heading first to Cordova and then onward toward Juneau. The weather in the area was poor. Low visibility, rain, and overcast conditions meant that the aircraft had to conduct an instrument approach rather than a visual one. The flight proceeded normally through earlier legs. After departing from Yakutat, the aircraft contacted Juneau approach control for landing clearance. The crew was instructed to fly to the Sisters Island Vor, an important navigational beacon near Juneau, and hold until further clearance. Juneau at sea did not have radar coverage in the mountainous area where Flight 1866 was operating. The aircraft's position reports served as the only means of communication, increasing reliance on proper navigation. The crew believed they had passed the Sisters Island Vor and reported themselves inbound for the next navigation fix. In reality, they had not passed the Vor, likely due to either faulty signal interpretation, inaccurate tuning, or misidentification of the navigational receiver. Believing they were on the correct path to begin descent into Juneau, the crew began to descend. However, the aircraft was still west of the Sisters Island Vor, and thus far off the proper approach path. At approximately 12:15 p.m., the Boeing 727 slammed into the east slope of a canyon in the Chilkat Mountains, roughly 18 miles west of Juneau. The plane was traveling at about 205 knots and in level flight when it hit the mountain at an altitude of 2,500 feet. The crash left no survivors. The wreckage was scattered across a steep wooded area, making recovery extremely difficult. Controlled flight into terrain fits. The aircraft was fully functional. The crew unknowingly flew the aircraft into a mountain while under control due to navigation error, navigation confusion. The crew mistook their position, believing they had crossed a Vor beacon when they had not. There may have been a misinterpretation of Vor signals or equipment malfunction. Poor execution awareness. AXI was unable to determine the aircraft's actual position because it relied on position reports and did not have access to radar. Ground Proximity Warning System (GPWS) deficit. At the time, GPWS, which alerts crews when they are too close to terrain, was not required. Its absence contributed to the inability to detect imminent impact. A navigational error on the part of the flight crew, who initiated a descent based on incorrect assumptions about the aircraft's position. Attributing factors included limited at-sea coverage, miscommunication, and the lack of altitude warning devices. The accident had a significant impact on the safety of aviation, particularly in Alaska. It highlighted the dangers of non-radar environments, especially in mountainous regions. It helped push for the wider adoption of GPWS, which later became mandatory for commercial aircraft. Alaska Airlines improved its training and navigation protocols, and the FAA improved at-sea infrastructure in the region. This was the first fatal accident involving a Boeing 727 operated by Alaska Airlines. It remained Alaska's deadliest air disaster until 1985, when Aero Air Flight 1285 crashed in Newfoundland, killing 256, most of them U.S. servicemen returning from duty in Egypt.